Welcome back, everyone, to another coveted episode of Cinema and BS. I am your host, Lex, and I'm joined by the almighty Trav himself.
Yo.
If you've seen him, you haven't seen him because you won't, because he's Big Yeti. He's in the building.
The invisible Yeti.
That's right. Nobody's seen Big Yeti.
You can't see. You know they exist. You know they exist.
Yeah.
But you have no evidence. Just that you never seen them yet. You haven't seen them. I'm just a footprint in the snow of my people.
The closest you're ever going to get is those Geico commercials. So, on today's show, we're going to cover Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yes,
review.
sir.
I Am the Revolution. We're going to cover Superman and Lois, the pilot review, and movie of the week. And without further ado, action. All right, guys. So how's everybody doing?
Doing good, man.
Good week. It was a good week.
A good
Yes,
week,
sir.
man. Lots of things happening, lots of things premiering, lots of trailers, and we'll get into that on other episodes. But for right now, I've been looking forward to this episode because I didn't know how I was going to feel about this particular movie.
I agree. Agreed.
You know, subject matter, time period, etc., etc.
Dad, we were thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Right.
and I was a little bit hesitant at first whether I was going to see this movie or not, but I felt I owed it to myself, and obviously I have a job to do, but not just that, but I owe it to our history to see this movie and to further educate myself and my family.
Right.
So Judas and the Black Messiah. Let me go over what this movie's about, and then we'll get our takes.
All right.
So Judas and the Black Messiah. Bill O'Neill infiltrates the Black Panther Party per FBI agent Mitchell and J. Edgar Hoover. As party chairman Fred Hampton ascends, falling for a fellow revolutionary en route, a battle wages for O'Neill's soul. So this movie premiered, it came out on February 12th in theaters. It actually got made it to 1,888 theaters.
Okay.
It is 2 hours and 6 minutes, and it has grossed domestically $4,061,000, internationally $81,000, and worldwide $4,142,000.
Small change.
Yes, definitely. This movie stars Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton, Lakeith Stanfield as Bill O'Neill, Jesse Plemons as Roy Mitchell, and we got a bunch of other good supporting. We got Martin Sheen as J. Edgar Hoover.
J. Edgar Hoover, yes.
Yeah.
You probably couldn't recognize him under all that prosthetic makeup.
So that was the point.
That was the point.
They could have got the one with the corner.
Exactly. It was directed by
Save some money.
Exactly. He could have gone uncredited, and you never know. This movie was directed by Shaka King, and this was his first major feature film.
Really?
He has done a bunch of shorts.
Okay.
And he has done TV series and things like that, but this is his first full-length feature film.
I see the trend, man. They're giving all these young guys, and when I mean young, I don't mean by age. I'm just saying like fresh, for the big screen. And I mean, they're taking it, man. They're doing some cool things.
Yes. So this is his first big one. He's done some small other movies, Newlyweds, Mulligans. He's been involved in those projects, but this is the big one. This is the big one. So, guys, let's start with Trav. What did you think of this movie, man?
Let me I guess throw the caveat out there. When it comes to these history time period movies, before I never really used to jump to them. But then when I got with my girlfriend, she loves these kind of movies. Like she'll watch The Help, she'll watch anything that has like that time period during those times. So when I saw this movie coming out, she didn't even know this movie was coming out, and I just said, "Hey, man, I got something special for you to watch today." Because I know she loves these movies, and man, I enjoyed this movie. She enjoyed it. man, it was a good watch, man. I like the pacing of the movie. By the time I got to the middle of the movie, I then realized what this story was about, because I heard about this story probably from other documentaries talking about Black Panther and just other little things that might have happened. And I'm like, okay, that's weird that happened. And then when I see that this whole movie is based upon that, I'm like, oh, I was on the edge of my seat for the whole movie. I like the take that they took, from the prospect, from the the eyes of Judas, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of had mixed emotions the whole movie, because you're like, damn, what is he gonna do? He you see the story before, they send somebody to infiltrate a group or a person, and then that person end up getting really involved, and then they get to a point where they got to make a decision. Are they going to complete the mission that they were sent to do, or are they going to self-destruct? And like I said, this was a real good movie. Even that it was 2 hours and 6 minutes. I mean, I feel like I could sit down and watch another 30 minutes of the movie, man. I really enjoyed it. I mean, there was, especially during these times that we have going on with tension in the world. I get what you're saying. Like, it could have went weird with this movie. It could have really went weird, but yeah. I think with the actors and the presentation, it did its job. You know what I'm saying? It delivered a powerful message. And I mean, the movie, man, it's art, man. I enjoyed it.
All right. Go ahead, Big Yeti. I don't see him on the screen though. There we go.
There he is.
Can't see me anyway.
It's all right though. We gotta.
Yeah. But I hate to be the devil's advocate, man, but
you good.
I'm not feeling it. I mean,
wow.
I'm all about Black power. I love, movies based on actual events, actual people. I just don't think 2020, at the foot of a pandemic, at the foot of all this, the relations between the relations between the police and the Black community. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is the time for this movie. This is like almost antagonistic, if you want to be. It's like really, really bad timing, I think. I mean, to have a movie about the Black Panther. The Black Panthers are a militant bleep group, and they brought it. They came with it, and a lot of people really can't relate, because Black Panthers, they had their chapters that was spread throughout the country, but
right,
they never before has any movie really tackled Black Panthers as this one did.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this movie could have been really, really powerful if it would have came out in the 90s, because at that moment, Black power was really, that's when Malcolm X was coming out, and that's when you really had this uprising of Black pride and of Black power. At this moment in time, I feel like it's going to fall on deaf ears. I honestly feel that it's going to, especially with the youth that's going to watch it now, they're not going to go and watch this now. They're going to look at this with what the heck is Black Panther? I don't know. There's only Black Panther I know is Black Panther.
Yeah.
At time,
T'Challa.
They're going to know, what's this? Wakanda Part 2? What's this? What's Black Panther?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I just think that it's not gonna hit the end. Now, as far as the movie's concerned, I think it could be possible. I think it could be great. I just don't think it's gonna have the impact it should.
Right. A lot of movies I feel like coming out is gonna be, left to the wayside due to, even the promotion for this movie. I didn't see much for it.
Yeah.
The only reason why I knew it was a thing is because, I got HBO Max. I feel like if you have HBO Max, then this is a thing. You don't have HBO Max, you don't know this is a thing. This is going to be one of those movies that people end up going back to. I call it like the Wolf of Wall Street syndrome. Wolf of Wall Street came out. I don't think anybody even talked about that movie when it first came out. But shit, you know, eventually it became one of those like cult classics, you know. And I feel like this movie could definitely be contender for that, especially after time, you know. Because I mean, this is a good picture. I mean, it's a different story, a different take. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Yeti. With the timing, it's a little off. But I mean, did that other movie come out that was pretty much based on the pandemic, or did they can that movie?
It hasn't come out yet because we would talk about it. We would.
Okay, yeah.
I think they just showed the trailer and they were like, okay,
and they got the message. All right, yeah. Because I was gonna say, because I mean, like I said, a lot of movies I feel like is gonna end up in the same bucket. People are gonna have to go back and find those gems, or word of mouth. But but the quality of this movie for Lex saying this is somebody's first debut, man, he did a good job, man. I appreciate it.
He did a good job. He paid his budgeted $26 million budget to make this movie.
Right.
Right now it's at 4.2, so he's in the hole right now. I mean, it's just to sink that amount of money into a movie. You know, I mean,
a lot. But the thing is, you got to realize a lot of movies are going to be in the hole like this. I mean, a lot of movies. There's not. Yeah. I can't go to a movie theater right now. You know, in my area, of my side of town, all my movie theaters are closed. Yeah, I don't know if Lex. I think you said your movie theater is open on your side, right?
Yeah.
So it's weird because like Lex lives probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes away from me, but we're in different counties. So every county is attacking this situation differently, and not every state is like Florida or like Georgia. You know, right. So a lot of movies are going to be in the hole. I think they know. I think they know this at this point. You know, I think they got this at that point.
Because I mean, obviously, this movie was canned before the pandemic hit.
Right. And I feel like when these movie theaters start to reopen, I think we're gonna see a trend of re-releases. I feel like they'll give us
good point.
I think we'll get re-releases of like what's that movie you always co-sign, Lex? Tenet?
Yeah.
Movies like that fell to the wayside because these are re-release. You know what I'm saying? Movies.
Oh yeah.
When the world is back open in 2022 or whenever we get back to some kind of normalness, when all 50 states are on the same page, I feel like re-releases would be the smart thing for Hollywood to do. And they'll get their money back. They'll make their money. Yeah,
they'll figure it out. I mean, they're starting to figure it out. Obviously, the streaming plan was a Warner Brothers thing, and there was a whole story behind that. But they did the best they could. They just want to get them out. These, like Dave said, these movies were done already, right. So they're just putting them out. But anyways, so like I said earlier on the show, I went into this film with a lot of reservations about watching it, the mindset. I'm not sure if I could have gone to the movie theater to see something like this. Usually I stay from the movie theaters when it comes to movies like this because of the unpredictable nature of the film. This is something I kind of want to absorb on my own. Mm-hmm. When it comes to historic things and when dealing with the black population and things like that. So I went into this I saw the second trailer multiple times because it was so powerful. I love the performances. I think let me start
the actors, man.
The performances were fantastic. I thought Lakeith really brought out that being in like the tag says, the struggle for his soul. I think his facial expressions, I think were very natural. It didn't seem like, you can tell by looking at this guy that he wasn't right, that he felt like he was on one minute he was on one side, the next minute he was on the other. And he was just trying to survive, but he just, at one point he believed so much, and the next point he was like, whatever. And he just got so involved with this role, and I loved it. And obviously, Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton, he did a fantastic job. There was one scene in particular.
The guy's a beast.
When he did the speech,
yes,
in there where people started crying. I mean, that was emotional. That was powerful. Right.
Yeah, no,
I couldn't imagine being there
in real life.
In real life, when it actually happened, that was crazy. It shows you the influence and the power that this young man had. He was only 19.
Yes, I was shocked.
He was a kid.
When I looked at this, I was like, wow.
He was 19 years old, man, leading this chapter
Leading a revolution at 19
in Philadelphia. You know, a coalition
What
of
are
people
19-year-old
from
black males doing now?
yeah,
Right.
exactly. And
So
I
it's a
think
big
that's
difference.
and I think that's what I want to take from this film, because I did a lot of research going into Fred Hampton and Bill and O'Neill as well, and Wild Bill, as they call him in the movie. And the things that stood out the most was every time they interviewed Fred Hampton, you can see the press, the media. They were, because remember, this was a different time now. It's a different time for African Americans. Different time. So you can tell the press was baiting him and asking him these questions and trying to anger him and trying to get him to slip, but he didn't.
Right.
He didn't slip. He kept his cool. 19-year-old brother. He kept his cool.
Right.
He had every single camera on him. You saw the movie. I mean, that was just part of it. I mean, this kid lived, you know, that a short life, but good Lord, he did so much.
He left a stamp.
You know what I'm saying? So you can tell that from the press. And then I looked at O'Neill's story, and he did an interview before he committed suicide.
Correct.
He did an interview not too long ago, a documentary based on what happened. And years ago, I think it was the 70s or 80s. I think it was the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, they showed clips of it at the end.
Right. And I love what he said at the end. He goes, listen, you know, everybody can sit there and be armchair and say this and that, but I was there and I made a choice. I did something. Whether you agree with what I did or not, I did something. I made a move. And a lot of people weren't making moves. You know what I'm saying? Whether you agree with what I did or not, I made a move. And you can tell, man, watching that interview, the struggle he was still going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, I like the movie. I agree with Yeti on the timing. I think it was one of those things where I think had we not been in the situation we were in, I don't know if the movie would have done so well anyways. I agree. I think it would have fallen upon deaf ears as well. I think it's one of those things that I take from you also, Trav, saying that history will bring this movie back, and it'll be one of those movies that will start, you know, that will be quoted.
You're right.
You know, it will be brought up, you know, there will be clips shown and people will be talking about it. I just think with everything that's going on right now, I think it was just the timing was just off. And I think it was a missed opportunity for people to actually see what the world was like for African Americans during a time when it definitely wasn't good to be African American, as opposed to now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How far we've come.
For real.
And still the things we need to do, but how far we've come. There's a lot of young people out there that don't understand and need to see something like this and need to look at their history and understand where we came from and what's been going on and where we are and how we got here.
Right.
But anyways,
a lot of blood.
I agree definitely. I think this is a different angle for, you know, the same story of being told, you know, the oppression and the segregation, but the Black Panthers is from a different angle.
Exactly.
You know, we've seen it from different angles, multiple. You know, we've seen it from the point of view of
Martin Luther King,
right? We've seen it from the point of the nonviolent movement.
Yes.
We've seen it from the different angles. You know how the story's been told multiple ways from multiple points of view. This is a very unique point of view, taking it from the from like kind of like a group that is kind of only almost unmentioned. It's kind of almost like this trying to be swept under the rug. Like no one wants to know about the Black Panthers. No, they didn't exist. So it's great that it's coming to light. I could definitely see this movie like I mean that's a great point. You know, in re-releases and things of that nature. You know, that never occurred to me. You know, and that will, I think, will revive this movie. I mean, you've seen it. It's winning awards. Silent Awards is winning these things, but it's going to get mass appeal in this, but not right now. I'm not thinking now. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Right.
But
people's mental state is so strange.
We have people right now. My opinion, the people we need right now, they need a quick thrill, a quick release. Because the whole world is stressed. This is a movie you sit down and you think. This is one of the movies that you watch every single credit to the very end. Remember how we used to do back in the day, Lex?
Oh yeah.
I mean, to the last credit, you know, and then just have that moment, like to just suck up. Did I just witness this? This was just happening. Did I just see this before I could leave the theater? Right now, I'm thinking people just need that quick thrill, that release. This is a sit down and think movie. I mean,
just weren't ready.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be one of those cult movies. Yeah, like I said, the movie, I enjoyed it.
Right.
I'm glad I saw it. I wouldn't see this movie so quickly. I'd kind of give it time.
Right.
But I wanted to sit down and talk about this movie, and I enjoyed it. And good debut, good big screen debut for Shaga King. And I don't know, I enjoyed it. The music was great. The cast was great. The setting,
the soundtrack. Ooh, soundtrack's good too.
The soundtrack was great. The music was great. The setting was great. They really dug deep into this one, and I felt it. I
mean, the timepiece it's difficult to it's difficult to capture an entire time period, but
yeah.
I mean, just looking at the trailer alone, it was, they nailed it in every.
They nailed it
in every angle.
Just the way it was shot. The colors they were using.
Yeah,
very muted. There was
wardrobe was amazing.
Yes.
Costume was amazing.
Yeah,
they nailed it on every capacity. They
nailed it. I enjoyed it. So, anything else on this, guys? Before we move on,
I'm ready.
All right, let's get into
alone.
Superman and Lois. Premiered on the CW. I think it was last week.
You believe so?
The official premiere. I saw it earlier because it was on the CW app. If you have the CW app, it's free.
Yeah, it was last week, Tuesday, 23rd.
Yeah. So if you have the CW app, I highly recommend it. If you're into these type of shows, you get them free. You get them early. You don't have to have cable necessarily, so you can kind of check it out. So this particular pilot, the creators are Greg Berlanti and Todd Helbing. Greg Berlanti is responsible for the Arrowverse, Supergirl, Flash, all this stuff that's going on in the CW Arrowverse. It stars Tyler Hoechlin, Elizabeth Tulloch. Tyler Hoechlin as Clark Kent Superman, Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois Lane, Alex Garfin as Jordan Kent, and Jordan Alassis as Jonathan Kent. Solid cast. The numbers were actually really, really well. It was one of the best openings for best premieres for CW in a long time, in like 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
After the first episode, it already got renewed for season 2.
Wow.
Just after the first episode.
That's nice.
Sweet.
So it definitely garnered the views. It definitely garnered the hype. And so I have a deeper take into this because I'm involved, obviously.
Big fan.
Big fan. And I have a history with the CW and the show. Right. So I want to let you guys go first from a fresh perspective because I'm really curious. I'm more curious what you guys think of this.
Yeti, since I took first, you can go first this time.
Yeah, man. I'm excited about this one, man. I'm really excited about this one. I love superhero. I mean, the last one that I dedicated a lot of time to was Flash. I'm more of a Flash fan than I am a Superman fan, but hey. But I'm excited about this one, and I mean, just looking at, I just saw the preview, blindly. I just said, boom, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch it fresh. Did a little digging, a little looking. And yeah, man, I'm excited about this one. I'm excited. Looks like it has a good, solid storyline. And I mean, I can't wait to get into this one. To be honest with you, I can't wait to get into this one. I'm seeing this on. You can watch it on Prime now, and probably I'm a big Prime fan. I'm a big Prime person.
Yep.
What about the Amazon? So yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited about this one.
All right. Trav?
Shoot. When it comes to these superhero shows, like you said, the Arrowverse,
yeah,
I'm not gonna front. I've never watched any of it. I never watched The Flash.
Oh, wow.
And people tell me all the time, oh man, you gotta watch The Flash. You gotta watch, and I'm like, it's just like with Game of Thrones. People told me a lot of time, oh, you gotta watch Game of Thrones, you gotta watch. And then I finally sat down and watched one episode. I ended up binge watching the whole series of Game of Thrones. So I'm pretty sure that's what's going to end up happening with the Flash and all the other movies. I mean, other shows like this. So when I went with this movie, I didn't really have any standards for this to meet. I just went in it just open mind. I was like, you know what? Let me check this out. Lex wouldn't just be co-signing anything. If it was trash, he'd be telling me it was trash. Like, what was that other show? Like Batgirl or something?
Yeah, Batwoman, Batwoman.
Something weird like that. Yeah, I was like, if it was something like that, Lex wouldn't tell me to waste my time. So, I went ahead, pressed play on it. And then when when it started up and it started introducing, I guess the storyline, like, oh, this is after the fact. This is not Smallville. This is because I didn't see any trailers. I just pressed play.
Right.
I didn't see anything.
I'm jealous.
So I'm watching this and I'm like, hold on. So this is after he's married? Oh, hold on. He got twins? Oh, okay. I see where this is going. And one of the twins is a little on edge.
Yep.
I'm in my seat now. Let me grab my popcorn. This is me now. This is good shit right here. And I mean, the story so far, man, I'm enjoying it, man. The quality of the show, it's doing it for me right now, man.
Awesome.
To be honest, I'm like, where is this gonna go? Where is this gonna go? I'm pretty interested to see how this season plays out, man. How many episodes is in this season? Have they announced?
They don't know. Episode 2 premiered as of this recording.
Right.
I think it was yesterday. So on Tuesday, episode 2 Heritage.
Right. So I'm planning on not missing any more episodes. It's like I'm same thing with Yeti, man. I watched it on the Amazon. It was right there. They didn't have to pay nothing for it. I have cable as well, so if I needed to, I could have DVR'd it. But it's all good, man. Superman and Lois, man. I like this. This is nice. I like this.
Okay. You have anything else to add, Yeti?
It's exciting. I mean, I'm looking right now, reading up on some of the episode summaries, and they cut a great story, man. They just cut a great story, and they can go anywhere with this, man. They can take this thing anywhere.
Yeah,
it's like almost endless where this thing can go. I mean, it's a deep story they're starting with, and they're starting a story at the end of an epic. It's like so they can literally take this thing and just branch out.
Brightburn.
Brightburn, yeah, right. Nuts. Cool. No, I think like I've seen all the CW shows. Arrow, I started with Arrow, and Arrow I highly recommend, especially the first few seasons are amazing. It definitely set the tone for what I felt should have been the future for CW shows. I loved Flash as well. Legends of Tomorrow was one of my favorite shows because it was different, didn't take itself seriously. I didn't get into Black Lightning as much, and I definitely didn't get into Batwoman. I started watching Supergirl early because I thought this is the closest I'm ever going to get to Superman ever, right? And then somewhere along the line they did a crossover episode, and they were saying, oh, it's going to be a Superman. Superman's going to come out. This was years ago. Superman's going to come out Supergirl. And I'm like, oh, okay. So a couple of things happened. When the word started getting out that Superman was going to be on Supergirl wasn't doing that well.
Right.
In the ratings. But when the word got out, all of a sudden people were tuning in, saying, oh, Superman's coming? Okay. Then they showed a trailer of Superman and Supergirl together. That particular episode and the episodes he's been on were some of the best episodes for that show. But there was a caveat that a lot of Superman fans did not like. They made Superman weak because it was Supergirl's show. Right. And they didn't want Superman to all of a sudden take the thunder from Supergirl, because Supergirl was only in its second or third season by that time. Right. And CW was really trying to push Supergirl. This is our girl.
Right.
So
they didn't want to kill it on accident.
Right. So they made Superman kind of second fiddle. It was very frustrating to watch Superman be second fiddle to Supergirl. Very frustrating for me and for Superman fans, because that is not the case. Now, let me preface what I'm about to say to reviewing it by this. Lots of speculation between who's stronger, Superman or Supergirl. It can go either way, but know this. Superman has fought a hell of a lot longer and has been on Earth a hell of a lot longer than Supergirl. Supergirl came to Earth as an adult already, right? 2, Kara, Supergirl, does not fight holding back. She fights full force all the time. So what you see from her is when you see her do stuff and you're like, wow, she's so amazing. That's her. Superman holds back.
Right.
Every single time he fights, every single thing he does.
I was going to say everything he does. Even in the beginning of the show, he picked up the ice nonchalant.
Exactly.
I was waiting for him to shoot that thing like Curry.
Yeah. So know that between who's more powerful, know that Superman. There's been very few times Superman has ever been at least on TV and stuff like that at full strength. We got some glimpses in Man of Steel and whatnot and things like that. So not holding back. So with that out of the way, everybody was asking for a Superman show. We want Superman. We want Superman. We want Superman. Nothing. The guy nailed it. Tyler came in. He nailed it as Superman. Everybody loved this guy. I love this guy. It was a great iteration. They brought in Lois Lane. She was fantastic, right? She channels Margot Kidder, the original Lois Lane from the Superman movies.
Oh yeah,
she has that vibe, and she does it on purpose.
That attitude.
If you follow her Instagram, the things she wears, from the earrings down to the colors, she's basically mimicking all the historical things that Lois Lane has worn since the movies to the cartoons.
Oh shit!
That's how in tune she is with this character.
Okay, yeah, she's next level then.
Yes. She is going in on. She wants to pay tribute to every single Lois Lane that was ever made. So that's why when you see her, she is Lois Lane right now. So finally it came out that there was going to be a Superman and Lois show. And as you can see, right after the first episode, season 2, they were like, oh my God, season 2. I love this. As soon as it started off, it gave us, people were wondering, oh, is it going to give us the whole Krypton is burning and Jor-El and Lara, they're going to put him in the ship? No, they basically fast forward through Superman's life. Right. They made it believable.
Right.
You felt a connection. You felt him grow. You felt him land on Earth as a baby, discover his powers, meet the love of his life, become Superman. That part when he first came out and he was wearing the classic suit with picking up the what's that car called? The green car. That was an homage to the Superman comic book, the first one. He had a green car that he was picking up. So they were paying tribute to the original Superman story, the first one. Okay, and that line when the kid goes, nice costume, and he said, thanks, my mom made it, and he flew away. That was fucking perfect. That was Superman. That is Superman. Like, thanks, my mom made it. Perfect. Perfect. That's Superman. Right. If you know anything about Superman out there, that is Superman. Okay, humble, a farm boy. Thanks, my mom made it. So anyways, they went into the episode. The action was great. They introduced the General Lane, the relationship he has with him. They introduced his boys, Jonathan, which is obviously named after one of his dad, and Jordan, which is named after his other dad, Jor-El. Right. And then they introduced Lana Lang, Lois Lane. They introduced the Daily Planet. His life, balancing his life from being Superman. You have the most powerful man in the universe, one of the most powerful superheroes of all time, and he's struggling how to be a dad, raising.
Yeah, right. That's crazy, man.
Struggling how to be a husband, but that's Superman, though.
It's real.
It's real. That's Superman. Superman's one of the main things about Superman is it's not his struggle so much against his enemies; it's his struggle so much against his humanity. That's what he constantly questions. That's why he holds back. You know what I'm saying? His constant dedication to blend in, to just be like everybody else. I mean, this guy's. You saw how he was walking around as Clark. You're looking at every scene, going, "That's Superman. That's crazy." He's just chilling. Everybody's just kind of like, "Oh, Clark, what's up, Clark?" and whatever, Clark. And it's like, yo, you don't know who this guy is,
right? Put some respect.
You know what I'm saying? Have some respect. This guy can throw you into the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
It just makes you think, because he is a farm boy, because he was raised on a farm. It gave him that humility. It gave him that ability. But like, it's just funny thing. What if he would have landed in in a different part of town? Like in a different
they did a movie like that, Superman Red Sun. They did a comic book.
It would have been a whole different guy. You know, it'd been a whole different.
Yeah, for sure.
If you look up the comic books, Superman Red Sun, there was actually a movie that came out. There's an alternate story that Superman landed in Russia instead of the United States. Yes. Check that movie out. Check that movie out. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, so yeah, I love the cast. I love the vibe. If it didn't feel like a CW show, first off. Since you guys know, some of those that do know, you guys that might not know that are not into the CW world, it basically got rebooted. The Arrowverse basically got rebooted. The Flash, timelines, things crossed. So this is not really so connected to what used to be the CW world.
Okay.
This is something new in the Batwoman universe, Superman, whatever the Flash is going through right now, et cetera, et cetera. So they had no ties to that right now. They basically had their own timeline, their own story, so they can do what they want, starting fresh. So it didn't look like a CW show. It looked more like an HBO show. The quality was more like an HBO show. It had its little CW moments here and there with the kids and things like that, but it didn't take over the show. I thought they had a good balance of action and drama, and definitely some good family moments, some lessons being learned. I think this show, after seeing the first 2 episodes, I think this show, like Dave says, has the potential to go anywhere it wants. It has a great villain. I'm not going to get into spoilers right now.
Right.
From a different timeline, which makes it interesting. So yeah, there's definitely some things that they're definitely not holding back with this show. That's number one. That was one of the things everybody fears. Oh, a Superman show. Is it going to be like Superman for like a minute? Is it going to be hiding? You know, this is Superman.
Right.
This is Superman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was very happy with it. I'm very happy with how they're treating Superman. How they're treating the show. Very, very believable. It's a new story. It's a great avenue to explore Superman raising twins, being married to Lois Lane. I'm glad they finally went to that level, because that's the story that they tried to explore in Superman Returns with Brandon Routh, which was a sequel to Superman 2. Supposed to be the sequel to Superman 2, because in Superman 2, Superman gave up his powers to be human, to have kids, to have sex with Lois, to be with Lois. And Superman Returns basically says, what if when they had sex, she got pregnant and she had a kid? So that was the beauty of Superman Returns, that it kind of, I don't think people were ready for that yet. Mm-hmm. But I liked Superman Returns a lot, actually, because I like seeing different visions of things. I'm not the type of person that likes to be like, oh, Superman can only be one way,
right?
Or Batman can only be one way. Yeah, I like art as an artist, and we're all artists here. We kind of like the creative freedom. We want to put our vision out there, and we understand other people like that too.
Right.
So yeah, check the show out. I definitely recommend it. It's not your typical CW show. It's pretty long.
It is.
So it definitely hits some high notes. The effects are great. The budget seems to be good so far. We'll see how they do. They're 2 episodes in. They got renewed for season 2, so all good.
I mean, it looks really good. Very high ratings.
All right. Now, everybody cool?
Yeah, I'm
everybody good?
Man.
That's cool.
Are we ready for movie of the week?
And we will be doing a special breakdown when this whole season's over with, right?
Yes. We're going to do a breakdown of this.
Dissecting the season.
Yeah.
Yes, dissecting the season, and we're also going to do that for WandaVision. So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. I know there were some comments about WandaVision. We got you. We're just waiting for it to end so we can talk about the whole thing together.
Spoilers.
And be in spoiler territory. So definitely do your homework on that. So, movie of the week, guys. What do you got? What do you got, Trav?
I don't know.
My movie of the week is just, I guess, to get ready for the movie that I can't wait to watch this Friday, and that's going to be Coming to America, man.
Oh, man. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
The sequel comes out this Friday. So, you know, just to get a refresher, go ahead and watch the movie, man. Why not?
Okay.
It's a good laugh. And it is on Prime. So why not?
Okay.
Yeah, you can't follow that with anything else but Coming to America. I mean, I can't come back at it. Well, let's watch Radio. No, that's it. That is the one. That is the one. That is the one we've been waiting for the past 30 years.
Oh yeah.
Come on, let's get it. I remember where I was when I first saw Coming to America.
Yeah, wow. Ditto. McDowell's.
That movie's a classic, man.
It really is. I mean, I hope it's not one of those, beefed up trailers for a crappy movie, But
right,
Eddie Murphy is. I mean, as long as he goes to his roots and he doesn't do the Disney Eddie is dead, and
right,
you should be good. As long as it ain't
right. As long as it's not Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion, and the other one he did with he was bald and.
Not Nutty.
God,
I know what you're talking about. But like
anyways, yeah, you got a movie?
Yeah, Coming to America, man. It's got to be Coming to America.
Oh, he's doubling down.
I can't.
He's doubling down.
That's where I was going.
Wow.
I mean, there really is nothing else. I mean, that is right now the release that's the release so far, 2021. Yeah. I think that's like, whew. That's a big one. That's a big one.
Well, I have a classic movie which I rewatched while I've been here. I almost forgot about this movie, but it definitely brought back a lot of memories, and I think a lot of you guys, especially you younger guys, need to see this movie.
Talking to you, Biggs.
It's one of the best movies I've seen pertaining to this type of lore. When it comes to vampires, they did it right with this movie. Teenage Vampires, The Lost Boys.
Holy shit. I haven't seen that movie. I'm going to be like, what movie is this? This looks so familiar.
Boys.
Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
1987, directed by Joel Schumacher. Now, when it comes to doing vampire teenagers, this movie did it right. Not no angst, gothic, glowy, glowing, sparkling. This was, when you're a teenager, you feel invincible. When you're a vampire teenager, you're unstoppable. And this is what this movie was about. Just being unstoppable and doing whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want.
Right.
Great movie, great cinematography. Joe Schumacher directed this. Don't judge him because I know you guys are thinking about Batman and things like that, but Joe Schumacher has done an incredible movies. A Time to Kill, The Client, Falling Down, 8mm, Phone Booth, Phantom of the Opera, Trespass. I mean, he directed the House of Cards, a couple episodes of House of Cards. I mean, this guy's got some history. He's been
definitely
around.
Watching this movie again.
This is a fantastic movie.
Classic, man. This is a huge classic, man.
If you have not seen this movie,
please tell me it's on HBO Max.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is. Yes, it is on HBO Max. How do I get everybody here?
There you go.
All right. So yeah, The Lost Boys. Check it out. It's a classic. Biggs, I'm talking to you. It's a good movie. The music's great. The acting. This is Corey Haim, and Corey Feldman got launched. The Corys got launched into stardom because of this movie. It has an incredible cast.
Shared many movies since then.
Kiefer Sutherland, Jason Patrick, Diane West. You gotta love Diane West. Jamie Gertz. Jamie Gertz is, she's been everywhere. Alex Winter from Bill and Ted. Alex Winter, come on, that's Ted. It's Ted. Great film. Check it out.
Definitely, man. Wow.
And I think that's it, man. Just wanted to share that with you guys. And thank you for watching another episode 2 of Cinema and BS. As always, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, talk about this, and also don't forget the main channel, PSMBS Podcast. We can get your gaming fix. Show some love there too. Follow us on the socials. Some of them are right here at the Real Game Whisperer. And Trav, you got yours at King Trav right there. Big Yeti, you need your socials on there, man.
Get it up there, man. I gotta get up there.
Something. And that's it. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the show.
Deuces.